Hello, everybody. My name's the Orange Peanut. I'm the host of the Duff Pick'em All Stars. That is Ice House, the Commissioner, and the Grody Gloater. We are here to talk to you about fantasy football, picks that we like, teams we don't like, picks we don't like, things that may help your fantasy football team, gambling bets, and other reasons for you to possibly like, comment, and subscribe onto our YouTube channel here. We're going to start off by first talking about the amazingness of all that happened last week with my three companions and myself, and a couple of other folks who aren't here, Skins and Sippy Cup here. So, hey, Kamish, hit us up with what happened last week.
All right, last week in Pick'em, Dan led the week with 74 points, followed by me with 58, JV with 47, Kevin right behind with 46, Eric with 34, Boss with 33, and Tommy with 32. Tommy did not make his last four picks, which is a shame because he had 14, 13, and 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He has one there. What number am I missing? 14, 13,
6,
9.
5. The hell, Tommy, go take a shit and make your picks. Like, come on, man.
No, it was 9. Number 9, yeah. So but we all got Seattle wrong. Stan was the only one that got Carolina right, as well as Detroit. But in both instances, he had 1 and 6 points respectively, so not exactly confident in his pick that ended up being correct. We all got Tennessee right. Of the ones that made picks, Boss was the only one that got Green Bay right. And of the made picks, Eric was the only one that got the Rams wrong.
Oof.
Because we don't know what Tommy would have done. Little sad, little fact that I found out about, which would have changed my pick from Seattle to Tampa Bay, was prior to the start of the game, Tom Brady was 3-0 in international games, and after the win is now 4-0. So I would have changed my pick to Tampa Bay had I known that prior to the start of the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
As for the underdog and favorites, 5 favorites were the correct pick, while 9 underdogs were the correct picks this week, leading to an updated chart where we have on the season, out of the 150 games that have been played, 64 favorites, 82 underdogs, 4 pushes. The favorites are correct 42.67% of the times. The underdogs are 54.67%, and the pushes are at 3%.
3% with that. Wow. I like what we were talking, Kamish, mention what you were talking about earlier. Like you mentioned the Tampa Bay thing with Brady with that. Like you were saying like what games, like with like talking about like games that we should also talk about.
That's a game that if I had known that ahead of time, like I would have changed. And I think that's the only game that looking at the week, that there's a interesting stat about that. Had I known ahead of time, I would have made a different pick.
Yeah, and he brought this up to us just as we were doing kind of our warm up thing in league. Which those are also available to watch on our YouTube channel in case you're interested in just some of our own personal zaniness. As to you want to see some real bad things that I do, like silly with the team, or maybe not. Maybe someone like trying to think of who's making. You want to see someone who's picked mostly Raiders for most of the year, who's actually doing really good for some reason. Come watch our league stuff. Yeah, he's doing better than me. So maybe not. I just made a trade with them. Then we'll see. But yeah, like I want to like look at that every week. Like
are there
guys,
any games that you guys think, like looking back on, there's like one game that you would have changed?
Yeah, what game? Ice House. Start with you. Is there one game that you would want to change your pick on?
Yeah, that I can think of off the top of my head.
What about Grody? You?
Yeah, last week I besides obviously knowing the Tom Brady stuff, I definitely would have switched that pick, which obviously would have given me my 14 points. But I think the other one for me would have been the Carolina Atlanta pick. I think that was the other one that I was kind of up in the air. Like after talking to some people before that Thursday, I was like, So there's a few other people in my work that were picking Carolina. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't confident, and I didn't know much about either team being really confident over the other with it at all. I think I keep forgetting about how good Minnesota really is. And so kind of looking back, like I always just think like Buffalo's just doing, they're just a rip roaring team, and they are. They're really good. I always just forget Minnesota is also really good as well. So I probably would have taken a second thought about that one there. But I am happy at my max points on Miles Jack paying off this week. I am happy that actually worked. It seems like that worked for the commish. It worked for Grody. Yeah, see, yeah. Well, not max points, but high
Yeah,
points with that.
but that's and the only reason why I kept that too is after finding out the TJ Watt news that he was coming, I was like, oh my god, their defense is gonna be playing lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, not exactly lights out, but still holding New Orleans to 10 points is still pretty good.
Yeah.
So when I found out TJ Watt was coming back, I was like, I'm even happier now that I picked Pittsburgh because he changes the whole dynamic for their defense.
Wait, so underdogs for this week too. It looks like just looking at it. Am I looking at that right? It almost looks like there's twice as many underdogs as there were favored.
Yeah, 5-9.
Wow.
Wow,
That's awesome. That's awesome. What's going on overall with the groups with this here? Who's got the biggest group standings, Commish?
Grody's still in the lead with 630 points. John, you're in second with 566, followed closely behind by Stan with 562, followed closely behind by me with 556, followed closely behind by Tommy with 541. A little bit of distance there, Boss 499 and Eric 497. So Boss is keeping that slight lead above Eric out of last place.
What a system. What a system there. 27.7 G.
I got a new plan this week. Let me tell you.
God, he's repped it. What's the new revision to this one here?
I don't even know. I haven't put it in place yet, but we'll see how it works out when I
29.5. 29.5 W. I like it here. A W for the win. That's what it sounds like with that. Skins, we do welcome you back to the States. Thank you again for your service. Last week was had Veterans Day on Friday. Thank you very much for all that you've done for us and our country and our families and everything. But we have to, while you're taking a break coming back from Africa, we have to raise our glasses to this week's de facto winner, Commissioner. Hey, Commish. So outside that Tampa Bay game, what was another game that you had your eye on that you enjoyed watching last week?
Watching?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really watch too much football.
Anything with what?
I mean, I did watch the Bears Detroit game, and that was exciting. But as far as watching, I mean, I don't know. San Fran and LA was kind of fun at the night game to watch.
But not as fun as them Bears. Not as fun as them Bears. We were all also talking just before this how exciting it's been to really watch the Bears play. Like we look good. Like I mean, we're not winning, but at the same time, like I feel like a loss where we've tried and looked really good the entire time is better than a loss like the Browns last week was just like looked poopy against the Dolphins. Just yuck, you know.
Well, I think it's just the other thing too is, and I don't know what decided to change Luke Getsy's mind on how to run the offense, but he clearly made some changes or did something or said something or is telling him something. I don't know. There's something that has changed significantly that has, like opened up that offense. Like, I mean, if you had told me that the Bears were going to score 29 points against Dallas and not even come close to winning that game, I'd have said you're out of your damn mind.
Yeah.
You score 30 points against Detroit and you lose. Like I also would have said, no, that's not happening either. And I'm not necessarily blaming 100% on the defense, but if the defense makes a couple more stops, the Bears can start winning games. And I understand that it seems like Ryan Poles is focus is no, I'm going to build an offense first before I worry about a defense. And it's kind of backwards to what Bears fans are used to. Bears fans are used to, no, we're going to build a defense so stout that we only need our offense to get in field goal range and maybe a touchdown, and we're going to be able to win a game 13-6. Like, you know, and
Yeah.
Ryan Poles is like, no, I'm going offense. Like, I don't care that Eberflus is a defensive coach. Like, I'm going offensively. We are going to put together. You are going to have to stop us on offense, or you're going to have to not. You're going to have to be the last ones with the ball to beat us. Is
Yeah.
sort of what he's aiming for, and it's a new approach. It's unheard of in Chicago. I can't think of the last time Bears had a potent offense so much that you're just like, holy shit, if they're the last ones with the ball, they're going to fucking win this game.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And it's been so fun.
Yeah, that's a true.
Yep,
It's a vote.
offensive line away from being a very potent offense.
Yeah. That's going for that. By the way, that sound that you all keep hearing in the background is me keeping score on field. I don't know if my companions can hear that just as of yet. I'm still trying to kind of work on that one there. So, but this is
No,
kind
we
of around you can't. Well, it's you have to watch it on the video, I guess, for right now, just because I'm still trying to figure out how to be able to be an AV geek and everything like that. I'm still asking New Eggs. He's still an intern, so I'm trying to work with him. But yeah, the points that you see down on the lower left is around the horn style as I see fit. I don't know why I'm on here. Why am I on here? Get me out of here. I don't belong on this thing. All right, so we're gonna start off. The commissioner has chosen his first game to talk about, which is the Dallas Cowboys versus Minnesota. Commissioner, what do you know about this game?
Not a lot. I know that in their history, the Dallas Cowboys and Minnesota Vikings have met a grand total of 33 times, which this was a little bit of a shocker. I had no idea that they've met each other 7 times in the playoffs. I didn't look up those games because I don't think any of them have been recent, not to my recollection. No, well, 2010, so 12 years ago. So nobody on the team today was there the last time they played each other in the playoffs. They have met each other the last 3 years in a row. This will be 4 years in a row. Dallas has won 4 of the last 5 meetings, including last year on Halloween, where they beat Minnesota 20-16. The previous meeting was 31-28. Previous meeting was 28-24, and before that 17-15 and 27-23. So one score games. The last, actually, 6 games. The last time the playoff game was when Minnesota beat them handily 34-3. Otherwise, the last 6 matchups have all been within one score. 4 of those favoring Dallas.
Interesting.
It is in Minnesota. It is a 1-point spread currently. Where are my standings? At home, Minnesota is flawless this year, 4-0. Dallas on the road this year is only 2-2. Points scored, Minnesota is looking at 226 for, 191 against, plus 35 margin. Dallas has a plus 47 margin at 211 to 164. In the conference, Minnesota 6-1, Dallas is 5-3. As far as picks go, the distribution heavily favors Minnesota at 72 to 28%. Points wise, it's even on both sides roughly, as people on average are giving 6 points of confidence to Dallas and 6.2 points of confidence to Minnesota. I really like. I mean, in spite of the fact that they're in the division, knowing that the Bears aren't even going to come remotely close to challenge them for the title, Minnesota's winning. They know what they're doing. Justin Jefferson, in spite of the fact that Kirk Cousins seemingly has no one else to throw to, he can't be stopped. Dalvin Cook can run over just about anybody. And while Dak Prescott and the Cowboys have had their years of fun together, they proved last week why you can't trust them. They should have easily beat Green Bay, and they didn't. So I've got, with this being the closest game, I've got 14 points on it, and I'm putting it on Minnesota.
Oh, is that a max points as well? Oh, that is a max points on Minnesota with that.
Yes.
Wow. I agree with everything that you said. Plus, Dallas, cold up here in the north. Put on some pants or something like that. I'm gonna go with.
inside.
Yeah, Vikings.
Was
is
that
a
a say,
no.
don't they play in a
Oh.
dome?
Oh, he even said that at one point. I was hovering my mouse cursor over there.
Well, outside, no doubt.
Well, you're gonna freeze when you're walking into the stadium here. Where's my?
Minus points on that one.
Yeah,
Minus
where's
points
the
for
minus
JV.
-5? Yeah, mute me
Yeah,
on that
minus
one.
5.
There. There's that. There. I'm gonna do. Well, now I gotta lower my score. I'm gonna do 8 points on Minnesota for that blunder with that one there. Oof, with that one. Oof, oof. Grody.
I don't know if this will change your mind, but I do know Kirk Cousins is 2-8 against the Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh.
One win when he was with the Washington Redskins. Other win, I believe, which was his first year with Minnesota, potentially, or second year. In 2019, he beat them at Dallas. The last 2 meetings they've had in 2020 and 2021, being at Minnesota, they have lost. Even in one of those games, he even threw 3 touchdowns, still lost. So I got 14 points, and I'm throwing it Dallas's way.
My God, this is the Titans.
Wow.
That is double max points to go in the first round. But that's also that's legit a good reason to bet for Dallas right there. Wow, holy cow! Ice House, what is your thought? What's your
think
system?
people
say?
are my system doesn't factor in this game, unfortunately. I do like Brody's point, and also I think people are just biased, like recency bias in Minnesota. Oh, they beat Buffalo, so they're gonna win. It's like, oh my god.
I'm in there.
But to me, the 72% doesn't, a bunch of fucking morons pumping on something. I will take 8 on Dallas.
8 on Dallas, he goes there. 8 on Dallas with that. I got you with that. All right. 8 on Dallas. So a good, basically an even split for both or all 4 of us with that there. Cool. That's really cool.
Boss, it's not so much that I trust Minnesota or think, holy crap, Minnesota's great. It's that Dallas is the problem, right? I don't trust Dallas.
Yeah.
It's not suggesting
I
it's the
just,
greatest thing either.
I don't trust them to follow through with the fact that, they should have easily beat Green Bay and they didn't. It's the first time that Dallas had a 14-point lead going into the fourth quarter and lost a game.
Yeah.
We're 196-0.
Yeah.
My favorite bets are on, Kirk Cousins in prime time, but
this isn't prime.
unfortunately, this is only
if they had moved this to Sunday night, I'd have definitely picked Dallas.
Would max my whole fucking season on Dallas.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You're that Kirk Cousins prime time, baby. We love it.
All right.
Playing the Bears.
I'm here to talk to you about a game series that I've already talked to once in several weeks past. I'm here to talk to you about New England hosting the New York Jets. Now, we all know the history about these two teams, especially over the last 20 years or so. New England has just absolutely crushed the Jets. Currently, New England, with their last win of the year, 22-17 over the Jets in New York, puts the lead 72-54 with one tie over all the years that they've met. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about some of the reasons why you may or may not want to consider putting a bet on New England, as it may look like it's an obvious answer, but let me offer a couple of things that may change your mind with that one there. First of all, the standings of this game, the AFC East right now is a really exciting division, with Miami leading it with 7-3 over the other teams with it there. I mean, no team has a losing record right now. Patriots 5-4, Jets 6-3. They're all in pretty heavy competition with one another with this. An interesting stat that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is that the New England Patriots are the team that covers the spread the most, since the spreads have been looked on since 1978. They lead all of the teams by a fair margin, with the Packers, Steelers, and Eagles being the other teams in that order, leading the spread afterwards with that in terms of how many times they can win with the spread with that. So New England as a whole wins about 51.4% of the time with their spread, which is not bad. Let's focus on the Bill Belichick era. Bill Belichick, since 1978, has been a coach that has the third highest number of percentage of covering the spread out of all of the games that he has played, with a resounding 68% of the time covering, 66% of the time covering that spread. Only two other coaches who have played have higher percentages of covering the spread. And that would be Bruce Arians with a 68% over his very limited, 28 games played. And then Jim Harbaugh in the 2011-2013 era covered the spread 74% of the time. These are pitiful amounts of records compared to the 218 times that Bill Belichick has covered the spread, with 114 times where he didn't cover the spread. So very clearly, Bill Belichick really knows what he's doing. He really has it out for a team that he sees the most often in terms of playing the Jets twice a year. But there is two sets of issues I want to raise that kind of go in favor of the Jets with this one. The first one is the number of injuries that New England is suffering through right now. I mean, you're talking about you've got Devonta Parker having a problem, Damian Harris having a problem with this, probably not even going to play. Their center, David Andrews, injured. They've got a rookie in there right now who is just having a whole bunch of issues with that. Defense having a small barrage of problems, but it's the offense that's having the most amount of problems with it on New England. That's not to say that the Jets don't have a problem with their offense. They don't have a problem necessarily with, they have a problem with injuries. They do with it. They've lost several running backs, including the fabulous rookie Breece Lightning Hall, who has just looked amazing in his rookie year, but unfortunately is out for the rest of the year. Not that would have mattered against one of the best rush defenses currently within the NFL. The offensive line has just been a complete disaster for the Jets. They are unable to keep Zach Wilson, Flacco, or Mike White, anyone planted, whoever they choose to be able to put into the spot with their, leaving them running for their lives a great majority of the time. So it's been hard for the Jets offense. But it's the defense. I have very rarely seen a defense be this uninjured for this long a period of time. They don't have an injury on the defense. You're looking at their depth chart right now. I see one person that is out with several other folks who are in the spot ready to play for that. It's the Jets defense just looks awesome. I like it when a team can click. This is psychology that just this isn't strength or anything like that. This is just a team knowing the plays, knowing what to do, and playing with each other. They're not just bringing new people in. They're like, do we trust this guy? I don't know. So the Jets defense may be able to pull a close game with this one. The other problem that I am just kind of smiling about as someone who's just constantly watched Tom Brady be like, we're leading the AFC East, blah, blah, blah. And now there is a problem where you have a perfectly serviceable Mac Jones, who is not the fan favorite quarterback. They want Bailey Zappi to come in and take over. And this is just I don't know. We've lived through this as Bears fans, where we just there's a bunch of dumb fans that are out there that want the rookie to go in without a sufficient amount of experience, when you have someone perfectly serviceable who is trying to teach the rookie, here's what you want to do in a season where he should be learning. Bailey Zappi should be learning. Mac Jones, in his own way, is still kind of learning with it. He doesn't have that many years experience within the NFL. And so you have this psyche of contentious, the fans, Mac Jones goes out there and he knows he's not the favorite guy. He knows there's some pressure on him at that point. And so I'm only saying that doesn't have any numeric impact or anything like that here. That's just something that the Patriots are going to suffer with, that it's in favor of the Jets with this one here. So back to the actual hard stats. 53% of the people are picking the New York Jets to beat the spread, or to win this game in the spread with that one there. Not a lot of confidence on either side. 5.3 in New England, 4.4 on the actual Jets themselves. I bet on the Jets the last time and lost, but I think this time they could snap that losing streak. It's close enough. It's close enough with a 3-point difference between them that I think the Jets can beat something out of them with this here. I'm not saying it's likely. I see Grody smiling with this going, no, it's Belichick. I'm on the contrarian side with this one here, and I am not confident in this here. So I'm going to be putting 7 points on the Jets. Grody, your thoughts?
34-10 is Bill Belichick's record against the Jets. He is on a 13-game winning streak right now. The last time they lost at home in the regular season to the Jets was 2008. The last time before that in the playoffs, they lost in 2011. Yeah, I am picking the Patriots. I've got 8 points on the Patriots. You can't you can't. You can't. 34-10.
I agree. I wholly agree. I just try to put a few points to try to show against that. I've been so sick of the damn Patriots winning all the time. It's just You excellent points with it. Excellent stats. That's where's the points on that there. Up the Ice House. What are your thoughts? While I find my points.
Take a deuce on the Jets.
Some Jets.
I mean, if anyone's more deserving, I don't know.
Jeez, all right. Yeah, you've got a point for taking a deuce on the Jets with that one there. Kamish.
You got 10 points on this game, and I've got to put it on New England. And, John, it doesn't make you the contrarian when it's almost a 50-50 split for New England and New York. If it was 90-10, then you would be a contrarian.
Okay, no, that's fair with that one there. That's fair. I guess I'm looking more at the history with it because I completely agree with Grody.
I'll be fine if I get burned and the Jets win, but the last time I had confidence in them to beat New England, and they didn't.
Yeah.
So
That's fair. That is fair.
I'm not going to argue with a 13-game winning streak. If it comes to an end, awesome.
Yeah.
But it ain't looking like it's going to.
No, it doesn't. I completely agree with you on that side. Just trying to offer little side stuff with that there. But speaking of side stuff, let's talk about the main stuff with there. Grody, you've got Hotlanta, who is going to be hosting the Bears with this one here. Give us some stats.
All right. So they have met a total of 28 times. Bears lead the series 15-13. They actually won 2 years ago, obviously, in the Nick Foles game where he came in and saved the day, and they won 30-26 against the Falcons. Coming off a devastating loss to the Lions, where you had a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
Some bad choices here and there, and bad calls as well, and you lose that. I still stick by my pick with the Bears last week. I don't think even short of just telling me that Justin Fields wasn't playing, I would have changed my pick from the Bears. I think a team now over the last 4 weeks is averaging 30 points a game. I mean, you can't. It's hard to not pick that team when they're playing against bottom garbage teams like the Lions and now the Falcons. I think the only thing that's probably bad for the Bears is the Falcons have some good running backs. Obviously, their former player that they had in Cordell Patterson's there. So it's going to be tough to stop him and some of the other guys they got going. But clearly, with what the Panthers were able to do, hopefully the Bears' defensive line can get after this guy. I think 3 points. I think the Bears could, if they can win this game. I think definitely, they can win it, and I think even if they lose it, be something close like the Lions, 31-30, or 35-34, something like that. So I got 10 points on the Bears. I got faith in this offense to scare points more than I do with the Falcons.
There we go with that. Yeah. Wait, I missed you a second because I was trying to click on something there. Say that again.
Have more faith in the Bears offense to score points than I do the Falcons. I just think, last week, obviously, like I said, I thought about picking the Panthers after people were saying they were, and they probably got a few probably better defensive players than the Bears, but they were able to go out there and show what you can do when you force Marcus Mariota to be a quarterback.
Yeah. I agree with that. Ice House, your thoughts?
I agree. I think the Bears with the 3 points. I'm saying it for 10 because I agree. It's like may not win the game because apparently they can't finish any game, but 2 points, it's fine. Give me Bears plus 3. I'll take it for 10.
For 10 with that one on the Bears with that. Commish?
We got 11 on Chicago.
11 on Chicago. Clearly, I'm not sure if you guys have met this new guy playing linebacker. I'm going max points on the jackhammer. Oh ho! Twist.
At least I like it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go
No,
here.
you gotta do for Miles Jack. I mean, dude, you're his sponsor.
I am. I have been a sponsor, but I just love that name for Jack Sanford. I love the name, the Jackhammer. Like I was like so like I love when Jeff Joniak just goes and down he goes, but then he was like, and the Jackhammer raises a mighty hand and down he goes. I was just like, yes, I was so I was so into it with that. It was great. That was great. Really was inspiring. Thank you, Jeff Joniak, for being an awesome radio caller. You are one of my favorites for that. All right. Come down to Ice House, who is here to talk to us about this is the Sunday night game now, isn't it? Yeah, Kansas City, Los Angeles. What do you know? What do you say?
Oh, what do we got here? 6.5. Let me see what DK is calling it. Yeah, it's at 6.5 currently. So anyway, the Chargers haven't scored over 23 points in a month. That's kind of scary. Chiefs have scored 40 points in 3 of their last 4 road games. I don't know, Mahomes, lifetime Mahomes is 6-2 versus the Chargers. Herbert is 2-3 versus the Chiefs. The first game these teams played this year, I think it was a 4-point spread. Chiefs did not cover, so. But it did open -5.5 for the Chiefs, so it's moved to point. The Chiefs averaged 30 points a game, and the Chargers averaged 22 a game. I don't know. I mean, there is talk of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. They're still in or out. Juju's with the concussion protocol, so who the fuck knows? Yeah. All that. You gotta, I'm leading 9 points Chiefs.
9 points Chiefs, he says.
In my head, Mahomes gets it done in prime time when it matters, but maybe that's just in my head. I don't know.
All right, 9 points on the
back then.
Commish, what are your thoughts with 9 points on the Chiefs?
I got 5 points on the Chargers because the Chiefs don't know how to. Well, they did cover against Jacksonville, but by half a point.
Oh,
He's got a good point. The Chiefs generally don't cover.
It was a 9.5 point spread, and I'm like, yeah, give me Jacksonville all day, and then they fucking win by 10. And I was like, you sons of bitches.
So they get you.
But I got 5 points on the game. I'm gonna put it on the Chargers. I don't know. The Chiefs just haven't been themselves, and I don't know. Los Angeles doesn't have a bad defense. I mean, they looked all right against the 49ers. They just, I don't know. They didn't finish that game.
Yeah. I have to admit, I've been burned by both of these teams in pickings with them. I swear, sometimes I pick the Chargers and they burned me. I picked the Chiefs and they burned me. So I don't like this game. So I'm just going to go with the underdog because the underdogs have a 54.67% on this one. And right now I have all underdogs. Well, what's one more to add onto that list with it there? But I don't want to go high. I don't want to go that high because the Chargers have burned me. Give me 10 points on the Chargers for this one. Grody?
Yeah, got 5 points with the Chargers' way. They play some close games with the Kansas City Chiefs, and Boss's favorite quote of the Chiefs never cover. It's it's it's
God
funny.
damn it. They
It's
don't.
funny because you have to pick your battles with the Chiefs to like if they're going to cover or not. And it this that this just happens to be one of those battles where it's like last week I picked the Chiefs and got it right. This week I'm picking the Chargers and I'm hopefully going to get it right because like even Joe said, week 2 Chiefs covered. Right now on the year, the Chiefs haven't covered 3 times, or the Chargers, I'm sorry, haven't covered 3 times. So out of 10, they're 7-3 against the spread. The Chargers. I mean, I gotta go the Chargers. They're better against the spread.
Yeah, I do agree. So you stand alone with your Chiefs there, Chief Icehouse. All right,
Fine.
that's fine. All right. Let's raise our glasses again to last week's winner, Kamish. Fantastic job last week, Kamish. Awesome work. You have chosen. I love this game that the Kamish has picked. While remaining on the Let's Go Buffalo train at home, hosting the Cleveland Browns. Give us some stats, Kamish.
Okie dokie. They've met a grand total of 22 times, including one postseason game back in 1990. The last time they met was in 2019. The Cleveland Browns beat the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen for the only time he's faced Cleveland, 19-16. In the game, Josh Allen had a passer rating of 73.8 with 266 yards, no touchdowns, 1 sack. It was also his second year in the league when the game was in November. He's come a long way since, as proven by last year's playoff run, albeit it ended without them reaching the Super Bowl. But on their last 5 games, Buffalo's beat them 3 of those times. Either way, apart from that close game, the other games have all been double-digit wins for one of the teams. On the current season, Buffalo is 6-3, 3-1 at home, 3-2 on the road. Cleveland is 3-6, the opposite, 2-3 at home and 1-3 away. As John said, the game is in Buffalo. Buffalo's on a 2-game skid, and Cleveland has just lost 1 in a row. And Buffalo can't afford to lose anymore. Miami, New York, and New England, that is arguably the tightest division in all of the NFL. So Buffalo knows they have 0 margin for error in this game. Admittedly, Cleveland's given up 238 points on the year, which is 12 less than Buffalo has scored on the year. So that favors them. As far as the weather, as John reported to me earlier, it's looking like it might be a snow game, which would typically indicate that you'd favor the running team, which would be Cleveland, since they have Nick Chubb and what's that other guy's name?
Kareem Hunt.
Oh yeah, Kareem Hunt. Yeah, Hunt and Chubb in the backfield. If it is going to be a snow game, that benefits the two of them over Buffalo. Now Buffalo went out and got Von Miller for that, for their defense. So if they're going to have to stop the run, it's going to come down to the defense. I think Cleveland's running game is a bit stronger. It is a 9.5-point spread. So I got 2 points on the game. I'd love to see Buffalo bounce back from their 2-game skid, especially a tough loss against Minnesota. So I'm taking Buffalo in this matchup.
Taking Buffalo for 2 points in this matchup there makes sense. I gotta say, I love snow games. There was one in Philadelphia against Detroit in 2017. There was Buffalo's had one against Indianapolis, which was at Buffalo. Cleveland's had a couple of them as well. I think, ironically, also against Indianapolis. Bears have had their fair share. Haven't seen one in Lambeau, I guess, in a while. They always seem like a stadium that the weather just kind of sucks over there, but so does their team. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm in a complete agreement. I think Cleveland probably be able to do decent with this, but I'm going to say Buffalo on this one as well. They're used to more snow. I mean, I would say arguably say Buffalo probably gets the most snow out of most folks with it. But, that being said, 4 points on Buffalo for me. Grody, your thoughts?
I am dropping a deuce on the Bills as well, and for that reason is because this year they're 4-4 and a push against the spread. Their three highest spreads have been 10, 10.5, and 14. They covered the 10 and the 14. They would have covered the 10.5 against Green Bay, but they only won by 10. It was 27-17. So they're 2-1 with big spreads. I think with playing a team like the Browns, who, I mean, not to say that they're disheveled, but they're definitely not doing good. And obviously, there's a big distraction. They're getting their despicable player in Deshaun Watson coming back to practice. So hopefully that's a good distraction, and it just sends this team farther downhill. And I got a deuce on the Bills.
Gosh, let's see what that went there. Just make sure I'm adding up some points for that Deshaun Watson comment with that. Good form with that. Ice House, what does System 29.5W say?
I will take 3 points on Cleveland. And you know what? If I lose, well, some charity points next week because I equally despise Deshaun Watson.
Oh, there we go. There we go with that. All right. Excellent work, everybody here. Point spread with that one. Grody takes the lead with the last comment on Deshaun Watson. 12 points for Grody. Commish with 11 points. Ice House for 4 points. Was actually in the negatives for a while with that, but got what you said. I think you may have dropped the deuce.
+3 next week for my last comment.
Well, I mean,
Bribes will do you nothing.
I can't stand
that's
it.
not how the game works.
Yeah, I gotta make the dollar yo as well. Dollar yo is going to be Professor Deshaun Professor Watson is going to be dollar yo for this one here. Which scumbag picks him up. Just well, not scumbag. Not he is a scumbag. If someone has to play him, obviously, just God, what a horrible person you are, Deshaun. All right, so let's do quick picks. Coming up here, we're coming up to we'll start with the commish on this one here. Commish, you got Green Bay hosting Tennessee.
You got 12 in Tennessee.
12 on Tennessee. Hey, we're going to Tennessee as well, but only 9 points on Tennessee. Grody?
Yeah, I got 9 points on Tennessee as well.
9 points Tennessee. Ice House.
1 for Green Bay.
All right, I like that there. I get Philadelphia at Indianapolis. Is Philadelphia lost last week, right?
Yes.
Lost yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
No, yesterday, last week.
Sorry, well, that's not even close. Because yesterday, jeez, what planet am I on? God, Indianapolis. What the hell's going on with you? I'm gonna do 3 points on Philadelphia. Just I don't know why. Grody.
She found out something very interesting today. I got 4 points on Indianapolis, and I found out the reasoning why they hired Jeff Saturday is because he actually was heavily involved with the team. He actually was there, sitting in on their team meetings, stuff like that, talking to Jim Irsay like constantly. That's the reason why they hired him, is just because he's been hanging around the team.
Wow. Hey, you bum around with the team for a little bit, you might get a job as a head coach. God, I like that. I got to start doing that with someone. Maybe, Ice House.
Take Philly, man. They're going to come back with a vengeance.
Ooh. How many points on the cheesesteak?
I'm not going to have 2 shit games in a row.
I hope not. I hope not with it there. All right, so how many points on Philly you doing?
Got 4 on them.
4 on them, all right. Commish?
We got 4 in Indianapolis.
4 in Indianapolis. Ooh, I like it there. Over to Grody here. New Orleans hosting Matt Stafford and the Rams.
Well, even if Matthew Stafford ends up playing, I think without Cooper Kupp and just how bad their offensive line has been, I got 7 points on the New Orleans
Yeah. 7 points on Nowlands there. Ice House System 29.5 W.
New Orleans, I got 5 on the Rams.
I like how Boss is like reaching back for like another imaginary computer that he's got back there that actually has the
I'm
statistics.
reaching back for this imaginary cat. There he is.
Oh, that's the system! Oh my god! There it is! He's just pointing it into the wall and seeing where the cat jumps up to.
His lazy ass.
He looks so lazy. He's just like,
Well, yeah, he's like, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah.
And the system is on
Cat.
TV for the first time ever with that.
I actually had a good plan. I changed my pick that I changed. I changed my KC pick, by the way, but I won't say to what. So,
Oh, wow.
you know,
All right. Commish, we got New Orleans against the Rams.
You had 9 points on the Rams.
9 points on the Rams. I like them Saints on this one. I'm going dollar yo on the Saints, saying there's a weak spot there with the lack of Cooper Kupp. And then down to Ice House, you get the G-Men hosting the Kitties of Detroit.
I got 6 points on Detroit.
Oh, interesting.
Bite those kneecaps, apparently.
All right, Commish.
Right?
I got 8 points on the New York Football Giants.
The Giants 8 points with that. Oh god, this is a tough one because Detroit scores pretty good, but the G-Men have been really good too. What's everyone else picking? Everyone's picking the New York Giants. Oh, I'm picking the Giants on that one there. I'm gonna do. How many underdogs do I have? Oh, I got plenty. All right, so we'll do the G-Men. They're favored in this one here. We'll do 6 points higher than that. 12 points on the G-Men. Yeah, I got confidence with that. I know what I'm doing. Grody, do you know what you're doing?
Sometimes I do. With the the AFC having the really good division with the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, this division right here is probably one of the best in the NFC. Eagles, Giants, Cowboys. I think the Giants trying to keep pace, playing the shitty Giants team. We got 12 points on the G.
Ooh, I like it. I like the way you think there. I like the way you think. Come back up. Champion Commish here. Apple Core Baltimore hosting Carolina. Oh my god, look at that spread. Ugh.
I got 1 point on Carolina.
1 point on Carolina. Wow. Such a big spread. It's such a big spread. I'm gonna drop a deuce on Apple Core Baltimore. Grody, are you there?
This is the lightning round.
Ooh.
I got 1 on the Panthers.
1 on the Panthers there. Ice House.
7 points, Panthers. Let's
7
go.
points. Wow. Down to me. I get Washington at Houston. I'm gonna do Washington for 6 points. Grody.
11 points on the Skins.
11 points on the skin. Is this right? Ice House.
Skins for 9.
Commish?
I got 7 points on the Commanders.
On the Commanders with that.
There
we go. The Grody going to Denver hosting Dave Wojo.
I've got 13 points on Dave Wojo.
Dave, 13 points on Dave. Ice House.
I also have 13 points on Dave Wojo.
Oh my gosh, Commish.
I also have 13 points on Dave Wojo.
Oh my gosh, I got to join it with the trifecta. 13 points on Dave Wojo. Dave, are you watching? I told you with the trade. You got to watch the show at this point here. I'll send you a text message. You gotta watch the show with that. You're a star.
Get it on Denver.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm doing 13 points on Dave. Everyone else knows a thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Boo! Get out of here. All right. Ice House. You get the rivalry of Cincinnati at Pittsburgh.
I got 11 on Pittsburgh.
11 on Pittsburgh. There we go. All right, up to Ice House. Or up to Commish, sorry.
I got 6 points on Pittsburgh.
6 points on Pittsburgh. Grody?
You got 6 points on Pittsburgh.
6 points on Pittsburgh. I have 5 points on Miles Jack. Sorry, Miles Jack. There's a jackhammer in town. He's doing a thing. Yeah. Hey, last one over here, Commish. You get Sam Fran at wow.
Yeah, being that it's the 8-point spread, I got 3 points on Arizona.
3 points on Arizona. I really only have 1 point left. I usually like to go big or go home. But all right, I got 1 point on wow. Grody?
You got 3 points on 49ers.
And the 49ers. And Ice House.
Max points on wow.
Wow. Oh, max points on wow.
He's points on the guy that says that.
He does. He's actually really entertaining to listening to on the radio. I highly recommend everyone checking out Ron Wolfley, making sure that he just listen to him to say wow. That's all you need with that there. That'll do it for this week in the Duff Pick'em All-Stars. Join us next week for more comedy, more statistics, more entertainment, more things that can help your team. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you around on the next one, folks. See you later. Bye-bye.